Hello, boys and girls. Ita here. We are in Seattle right now, about to fly this beautiful SkyWest Embraer E170 to Boise, Idaho. And it's gonna be, I'm gonna make a trip out of it. So it's gonna be, we have today in store, taking this airplane, Seattle to Boise. And from Boise, we will take another airplane. We'll run through the terminal, take another airplane, and take it from Boise to San Francisco. So that would be our SkyWest in service of Delta, I guess, today. Flying the Embraer E-Jets. As for the add-on, we are flying in Microsoft Flight Simulator. It's now the end of May 2024, and this is the Flight Sim Studio Embraer E170. Now, this for me is the first time actually flying it. Okay, so I'm not really sure what to expect. I have participated, so fair disclaimer, I have participated in a stream when this add-on just came out, more than a year ago, and I was, I participated and I gave my opinions. I was not a big fan of how the airplane handles, so I thought it would just not be fun for me to fly it. I'm not even talking about study level or failures or everything there is to model. Just I didn't think the level of detail was at the time enough for me to even enjoy just flying it A to B. I have seen a recent stream telling me things have changed and improved, and this is the first time I'm flying it. I haven't done a full test flight. I just checked out to see that everything is working. So that being said, stay tuned, because the airplane we're taking from Boise to San Francisco after this leg, we're going to test out the X-Craft Embraer in X-Plane 12. And basically these are two basically competing add-ons. Yes, they're on two different sims. We're now on the Microsoft Flight Simulator, the Flight Sim Studio, and the X-Craft is on the X-Plane. That being said, they're both simulating the Embraer E-Jets family, and both Epic Load 27, so same software installed on the airplane. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I haven't done anything really on the airplane yet. So as you can see, we are parked at the gate. I did set the sim to spawn in turnaround mode. So we will see what that entails. Basically, it is fresh and early in the morning here in Seattle. So we're going to simulate the fact that they just towed it from a remote parking to the gate. So now it's parked here. It's already powered up thanks to maintenance. So the only thing we don't need to do is the electrical power up. And I did, let's see. The only thing I did that's not in the normal turnaround mode is I did turn off both batteries. So the airplane is powered on the ground power, the GPU, but we turned off the battery switches. So the battery buses are still powered through the AC and the TRUs. That being said, the batteries themselves are off. So then if someone accidentally disconnects the GPU, the airplane would just immediately power down and not drain the batteries. So that's the state we're in. I have not done anything yet. I don't really know how the add-on is going to react. Let's get rid of the music here. What else do I have to tell you? We'll just set everything up as I see fit. I will say this: I used to be a captain on this bird. I flew this airplane for a total of 4 years and a good amount of hours, and I will operate it to the best of my recollection of how to. That being said, I have been flying another airplane for the past good amount of time. So if I'm wrong here and there, that's take it with a grain of salt. If you're looking for actual precision in the flows and how to do things, you're more than welcome to look up my playlist on my channel, that I actually put an effort to tell you guys exactly what am I doing in each step of the way, how to do each and every flow. So that being said, that's not what we're doing today. So we just got to the airplane. It is powered up, which means the first officers are going on their walk around. We have, the only thing I did was to just load the flight from SimBrief. As you can see, it's Seattle to Boise. it's SkyWest flight 3750. And what else can we do here? Basically, let's just load the thing and tell
boarding requested.
SimBrief to start with the boarding. So, yeah, that being said, let's start with our setup here. So first things first, let's go here. Going to the nav. It is the current nav data, and since it's load 27, it's going to do the POSINET on its own. CBs are checked. No CBs are out. Oh, I did not set up my overhead panel display, so I'll do that just now. Like so. Fantastic. So we are here.
Passengers boarding started.
DVD-R, fantastic. We'll get the batteries on. We'll get some of the lights a little bit more up here because it is still very early and the sun has barely come out. We'll do an annunciator test. That looks good. Everything here looks quite good. We'll check the emergency exit lights. That looks correct. I mean, yeah, honestly, obviously we will be a few more minutes until boarding, but I want to get the sim going. Everything here stays the way it is right now. And what do you know? That is a good fire test. Nice job, Flight Sim Studios. Things have come along. APU is off for the time being. Windshields are off. We got the nav light on and logo light is on. Indeed, the rest are off. Everything here is the way it is. Auto, auto, auto. 3A is off for the time being. And auto. Everything here is auto. Everything here is basically dark and the way it should be. Passenger cabin. It's you see, it's not really all the way cold. It is to the notch of the flight attendant. So basically, the flight attendants right now would have the control over the cabin temperature. The rest, everything here is off as it should. Passenger oxygen is off, and that looks good. Now, source to me. Flight director is off. I will set the FMS speeds. And the rest here looks correct. I will check the weather in just a bit. And yeah, passenger oxygen, that's okay. CBs, fantastic. Do we have anything here while we're at it? Sometimes I know developers like to leave like nice touch of opening this. Just was maybe trying to fish for like an Easter egg. Okay. Everything here looks correct. So indications here, batteries are charging the way they should. Crew oxygen is good. Brake accumulators and engine oil levels are good. Let's see, just curious. So hydraulics, Hydraulic quantities look good as well. Flight controls, P-bits are good. So we don't need to do anything crazy. Fuel, let's see. Okay, so we are fueling right now, so that's good. We would have to check that later. Electrical, yeah. I mean, the TRUs would be powered by the AC buses, but that's fine. I'm not gonna dive too deep right now. ECS, yeah, it's definitely cold. I think I would just turn on the APU. Let's see. So we got the APU FADEC coming on and the start coming on. Fantastic. Anti-ice, everything is obviously off. Fantastic. We'll get the map here, vertical profile. No engine outside, that's fine. TCAS, and I guess we'll do terrain for now. We can't do anything else at the moment, and oh yeah, okay. So we should still see the vertical profile even if we switch to system, but that's fine. Auto brake RT. Actually, we'll leave the auto brake off for now. We'll do that later in the correct flow. Yaw damper is correct. APU bleed APU valve open. That's correct. And steer off is correct. Everything here looks the way it should. Except this probably isn't, but it's alright. Still waiting for the fuel. We need 8.8, 8,800 pounds. The rest here looks correct, I believe. Yes. Gear down, all that stuff is good. Start, stop are off. All the buttons are in. That, and that. Okay, yeah, whatever. Trim, I guess we should test it as well. Nice. Okay. Trim is tested. We'll take it back to 4 for now. Fantastic. This, I guess I'll set something up just so it doesn't irritate my eye as much. So we'll do this, and I guess we'll do that, because that's what they're typically on for later for the flight control check. Let's assume we did the rest of the trim checks. Oh, that's a cool. Okay, dear fellow pilot, thank you for supporting us in this early access. It is made with heart, sweat, and a lot of coffee. It may not be complete yet, but we're constantly working on it. Please carefully follow our procedure guide for a smooth experience. Best, your Flight Sim Studio team. That's nice. I like that. I really do. I have seen it somewhere. Now it rings a bell, but whatever. All right. Let's see. I will check the weather real quick. I have my flight plan and charts on the other computer. The focus is not, reading weather charts and reading actual charts. It's not the focus today. So, that being said, if you want to follow where we're at Alpha 7 in Seattle Tacoma Airport. Weather, we'll read the current real life ATIS. So, ATIS Mike 0653. Wind 200 at 20, gusting 30. Ooh. So definitely a risk of wind shear. 10 statute miles, overcast 1200, 10 degrees, so might catch some icing. That's a good thing to test out the ice detectors on the way out. Altimeter 2984. 8 4 8 4. Cool. Peak wind 220 at 32. So yeah, definitely southern wind. So it will be 16 is for departing 16 center. Simultaneous approach is in use. Runway 16 left is closed. Okay, so that's where we're not taking off of that one. And approach and departure paths are over noise sensitive areas. Information mic. Fantastic. So let's set up the sim. So we are in the nav. I guess routes. Seattle to Boise. Ooh, I have not loaded that, so it might have done it for me. Let's do Sky West 3750 for the flight ID. I like that. It's already here. That's very cool. Let's do runway 16 center Sama to departure. Ending in, let's see what the flight plan says. And Sama, so no transition. So we'll do that. Apply. Okay, didn't take. Oh, it did. Okay, just needed a second. Okay, Sama. Then Juliet 52 BKE. Juliet 52 BKE. It might be from the old load. Yeah, it might not take it. That also might be me. Okay, that's not me. It should have taken it. BKE via Juliet 52. No. Interesting. Juliet 54. So I guess we're not doing Juliet 54, huh? Some, okay, there's only 2 points in Juliet 54, so we'll just put them. I'll just try one more time. Another. Juliet 54, no. Okay, so we'll just take the actual points. So after Sama, we got Wanta. Like so. We're going to plan just to see it. Wanta. Wanta. Then Kota. Kota. And after this, now we have Baker City VR, which is BKE. After this, we do have a direct routing to Devlin, whatever this is. And after that, we are connecting to the arrival, which is the Cayenne 4. So here's the thing. I would enter everything, but in my previous airlines procedure, we would only enter the start right now. So Cayenne 4, Devly, and insert that. Come on, you can take it. Maybe. Not. Cayenne 4 from Devly. Okay, I don't know, it kind of got stuck there, but let's see. No, it's not taking it. I don't know why. What is going? Maybe it does need a runway, I don't know. Okay, what's the weather there? That's fun. I guess it just won't take it without a runway. Oh, did it take it now? No, it did not. Let's see. Oh, I believe 28 left is in use over there. they're doing... There's no ILS over there, so we'll do the RNAV Genki 28 left. And that would be... KNX sea lower, let's see where Cayenne ends. Oh, it would be just vectors from the north. So we'll put little, I think. Yeah, we'll put little, and then it'll be radar vectors. Let's see. Okay, so does it take it? I guess. Okay, fine. It kind of took it, but not really. Let's at least make sure that the points are correct. So from Devly, we got Mahler, Cayenne, Camel, and then it's radar vectors. I don't know what this is, but oh, it's user. Okay, it's supposed to be user. That's not how the airplane would draw it, but fine. Then we got little and the RNAV approach to 8 left. Fine, we'll take it. Ba-bum. Ba-bum. Alternate. I'm not going... We do have an alternate. I don't want to mess with it. I don't know how it's going to react. It looked like all grayed out, so we'll leave it as is. Let's see. As for fuel, so we got 300 taxi out fuel, 200 taxi in fuel. Alternate fuel, let's try. So alternate 1738. Probably grayed out. Yeah, it won't take it. Okay. This is okay. Reserve would be... I think... Alternative. Okay, I guess it's not operative. As for the cruise, we're going to cruise at flight level 350 today. Cruise winds, average winds are 292 at 37. And as your fuel weight, we leave as is for the time being. In the time being, I do want to say we do have the fuel, which is kind of cool. And it is being drawn out of the right side, so you see that slightly lower. I like that. So far, so good. So I'm gonna leave this for now. Speeds. Yeah, fine. So now we'll just verify this. I guess we can do that. Okay, it won't let me... Okay, something's off, definitely. What the hell is going on? Is that why it made all the problem? So Kota to Devli. Yeah, there's a problem here. Okay. So just for the sake of it, after Kota, I guess BKE is the problematic one. So we'll just connect Devli to Kota like so. It's weird that it won't ask me to activate or... Yeah, I don't know. Something's off and I can't exactly say what, but fine. Okay, so we're down to that. Let's see the progress page. So looking at 346, that makes sense. We are down to... Is there anything here working? ATS menu. No, okay. Worth a shot. So we are waiting for the perfinite. So we'll leave it at that. And as for the radio, it is in auto, so that's fine. Can we set it anything else? No. So we'll stick with that and just do 1,000. Cool. Just just to check for later. 1228. Can we do that? We sure can. Awesome. Nice. So we'll leave it at that. Fantastic. At that point, did I not activate that? Okay, let's see. I just want to check if I activated that. Glare shield LEDs, enable MCDU keyboard, brake temperature, virtual PFD interactions. Okay. We'll do no overrideable auto throttle. Spawn in turnaround mode. Disable auto brake, no. Default, that's fine. Enable out announcements, side cabin. Wheel cover, metric, passenger. Okay, sorry guys, it's just, I guess it's a good time to kind of check it. I just want to make sure that everything here is fine. Fantastic. So, let's get back to this. Okay, now it does let me get back in. Okay. So, do we have the actual correct waypoints on the SID? So, user, we got Nevjo. Nevjo, then we got Sama, Wanta, Kata, and... Oh! I'm an idiot. We could have just... So the route takes us only to Sama. That's right. Okay, departure. 16 center, Sama 2, ending in BKE. Apply. And then we can take Devli. Sorry guys, I'm figuring this out as I go. As you see, I haven't done like a test run. So that should be good right now. Let's see the plan again. Okay, I think that might be better. Maybe I cracked what was wrong. I didn't do anything wrong beforehand, but it's definitely better now. Progress, this still makes sense. Awesome, we'll do that. So Perfinite, page 2, standing by for the zero fuel weight as we are waiting for the load sheet. Initial climb clearance, let's just say it is 5,000 just because it is turned to my side, and heading, we can turn to 161. Is it faster here? Okay. I do like that feature when you can adjust things on the FMA, because that's what you're actually... So your hand is like doing its own thing on the guidance panel, but you're really looking to see the effect here. So to just tune things with your mouse and look for the effect here, that's actually very realistic. I really like that. Okay, fantastic. How are we doing? Is everything good? In that case, we are good to close the doors and prepare for departure. Yes, I know, I have not forgotten. The way the regionals work is that you first do... well, actually, you first close the door, get the load sheet, and only then do you leave. That's how they work, don't ask me. However, I will quickly look through what there is to be done over here. Since the APU is on, we can disconnect the GPU. It's available right now, it should have been already available beforehand. Other than that, we can pressurize the hydraulics. So let's do like so. Fasten belts, and 1, 2, 3. Hydraulic pump not auto, and we should see the hydraulic bit test going on. It's not. Okay. But with that said, PSI looks good. We are definitely good to close and prepare for departure. Ground, let's see, are they closing it? No. then I will. Good job, GSX. Good. So
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
now let's go to see the load sheet. And what do we have here? Do we get a quick...
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the
I guess they're calling it the manifest. So conditions...
you will have the pleasure of leading today's flight.
It's not wet at the moment, so it is definitely dry.
Bypass pin inserted.
Flaps 2.
Please listen to the cabin crew's instructions.
I don't have a...
Have a smooth flight.
Yeah, I don't know. So we'll do 0 wind to take the spares. Ooh, Fahrenheit. That's a good question. So 9 degrees now. We got alpha.
Locking gear.
So 9 degrees would probably be 53, I want to say. Let's call it 55. Why would it do... 55 and QNH 29er 84. Hold on, GSX. So now you'd have to wait for us. What the hell is going on? 29er 84. No. Then to, I guess, 1009, I think. Come on. And like so, and I don't know. Can we just calculate? I don't know. Can we do that? Okay, yeah, fine. I do want to calculate based on wind speed 0 and calculate. I guess now it would give us a manifest, which I don't know why it would call it that way, but that's fine. So we got 0 fuel weight is 66.1 or 66.112. With a takeoff CG of 16.4. Takeoff data set. Are we doing takeoff 2? No. Takeoff 1. Normally it would give me the option. So let's go over it. So we got release 1, 6 center. That's all correct. Gross takeoff weight 74. 460. 4, yeah, that makes sense. Sorry guys, it takes me sometimes to figure it out, but I'm hoping my figuring it out makes you guys follow along. Forward, aft, so that's all fine to 6 center. Acceleration at 1000, 0 fuel weight 66.1. Takeoff CG 16.3. Oh, that was already inputted, okay. And flaps 2, gross takeoff is correct. Flaps 2, MTOW is within limits. 31, 36, 43, 92. I know I can do this. I don't want to. It is takeoff 2. Nice. Okay, so takeoff 2, ECS on, flexing 33. And anti-ice off. Nice. Really nice. To be honest, I might have, in real life, I might have done anti-ice off. I just don't want to dwell on it right now. So takeoff 2. ADIX on, ECS on, anti-ice off. Temperature is 10 and flexing to 33, like so. Very nice. Do we have that in here? So flex takeoff 2, 32 3.8. I think that's what it says. Anyway, that looks okay. FMS takeoff, flaps 2 is correct. Takeoff. You got 31, 36, 43, 131, 136, 143, and 192. Stand by here. Alright, so takeoff page is set. The only thing left to do is press toga. So we have roll, takeoff, LNAV, and that looks good with the crosshairs. Everything looks good to me, guys. I don't know about you. With that being said, we are secure to taxi, correct? Awesome. That's closed the cabin door. Sterile, and a red beacon, and I believe we can lock that as well. Fantastic. Then in that case, let us push. I'm not bothering with the briefings. Everything is well, clear to me, and but we definitely have some taxiing to do. It's gonna be quite a long taxi, so I will only start one engine, taxi using that one, and start the other one during that said taxi. So continue pushback. Let's do nose to the left, tail to the right.
Release parking brakes, please.
Okay, parking brake is released.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Fantastic. So everything looks good. The duct PSIs look good, which means start engine number 1. Starting engine 1. Ignition is here too early, but N1 is rising. Okay. Now we should have had ignition. At 20% we're expecting fuel flow. There it is, fuel flow. Ignition should have stayed on for now. And we are looking quite good.
Please set parking brakes.
Okay, parking brakes set.
Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
Okay. So everything looks good here. I don't know why the brake temps are so high. We'll try to reset that in a second. We'll give a good
Cockpit to ground.
engine start
We have a good engine
confirmation.
start. You can disconnect. Unlocking gear.
Reset brake temperature. Here we go. That's good. Okay, waiting for them to go away. In the meantime, we do have a good engine start. We can see that we are generating the power here. We leave the APU on for taxi. And let's see if I forgot something here. I honestly don't remember the flow. These stay on for the time being for a single engine taxi.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
I think that's about it.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
Do we have a guy? Where's the guy? Did he get run over? Oh, there he is. Okay. It's a cute little airplane. Bye-bye. Alrighty. So with them gone, let's do flaps 2. Bye-bye. Flaps even 2. Okay. And flight control check. So, pull up. Pull down. Pull left. Ooh. So it's not all coming up. The spoilers should have come up. They're not. Okay. And rudder, it is still steer off. Pull left. Pull right. Fantastic. I guess we can go this way here. And I'll leave that for the second engine start. I don't know why the PSI is so low at the moment, but we'll roll with it. Honestly, in this situation, I would not do a second engine start, but assuming everything is fine, do I get to press this thing? Push to operate. Yes, I know, but how do I push it? So how do I get rid of the steer off? I don't know. Let's try to taxi and see what happens, I guess. Yeah, I think. Let's see how this goes. So, single engine taxi. Engine to 40%. Hello. Cabin's ready, huh? Okay, I guess. That's cool. So steer off stays on, but obviously I do have nose wheel steering. It's not very effective though. Oh, excuse me. Nose wheel is working and it's effective. We're barely moving, so I'm going to try to force it. Normally I would not go that high on the N1 to taxi out of a ramp, but I'm trying to make that happen. Okay, I'm not gonna sign in right now. You know what? Why not? That's why not. Okay. I have it open on my second computer here. Okay, we're going. Slowly, but we're going. Steer off should definitely have been off, otherwise I would not have taxied. Hydraulic pump not auto, that's correct because it's indeed not auto, I think. Okay. So that's how we would normally taxi out, and I think I like it. It's going. It should be a little easier with the engine power. Nevertheless, we are taxiing, and it does look okay. So I'm going to keep it going. We're going to catch onto Bravo and taxi that northbound all the way to the threshold of 16 left on Charlie, on which point we're going to cross 16 left and go to 16 center for departure. Left is clear, right is clear. Okay, come on. I mean, I'm sure the charts here work fine. It's just me being, well, first time user. I haven't noticed it until now, so I'm sure it works fine. I just don't want to bother with it right this second. Okay. So yeah, with that kind of wind, honestly, I would have taken a no flex takeoff to prepare for the possible wind shear. Again, I'm not going to dive too deep into the takeoff performance right now because, well, I can't do much about it, I think, at the moment. But we are taxiing here nicely, so it's like same discussion, study level, no study level, but it's working fine. Like, if I had not known that, it would not have bothered me, and I would have operated this airplane nice and easy. So again, can I do normal procedures so far? Yes, mostly yes. Oh, I have not set the trim though. 4.2. So it's almost correct. 4.2. There we go. 4.2 up on the pitch trim. I have not done the taxi light when I started taxiing. My bad. Okay, we're getting kind of close to the end, to the edge of the runway, to the end of the runway here. So let's start engine number 2. And the first officer would monitor that for us, hopefully. Hopefully, if we can even get it going. Okay, it's not even powering up. Why not? Engine 2, TLA not idle. Okay, fair enough. Oop. So let's try again. Okay, now we got some N2 movement. That's fine. Meantime, we're getting, so we need all the way to the end till Charlie. So we are on Bravo, all the way till the end on Charlie. Hydraulic 2 low pressure. It should not have done this. Honestly, hydraulic 2 does have pressure, hopefully, because we have the pump already, the electric pump already on. So the pressure is fine. I don't know why it does that, but that's okay. Keeping going here, waiting for that second engine to get started. The left engine should not have struggled that much to take us taxiing. But we're waiting on that engine start. As soon as the EGT bug jumps up, which it just did, we do have a good engine start. So we can get the clock to count 2 minutes before we can start. Otherwise, we can do the quick flow, which is to turn off the APU and to turn these like so. Otherwise, we do have 2 good engines. When that here reaches 2 minutes, we can take off, and for sure. Ooh, nope. That's just my hardware, guys. It's not the add-on acting up. It's my hardware. Okay, cool. So this would be Charlie. We want to cross 16 left. It is closed, and we got. Let's assume we got clearance to cross it. So strobe light, and
Ready for departure.
yeah, that's cool. File is clear, and we're clear to cross 16 left. And we are crossing. APU is shutting down. That has nothing to do with us taking off, by the way. You can take off with this thing still here on. Now it's going to do its sequence. It's waiting an additional time to shut off the APU fuel shut-off valve. You can see it here. It's already shut down, so it's not... Usually it would take more time, but that's fine. That being said, these PSS should have gone now that we have 2 good engines, and that would be my cue to go here. 16 center. Let's assume we have been cleared to line up. So we'll do the lineup procedure. So, ding dong, ding dong. Oh, strobe still on. That's fine.
Takeoff okay.
Nice. And transponder, it's already TARA. Fantastic. Okay, so quick recap on the takeoff. LNAV should activate around 400, and acceleration height is 1000, at which point we're going to go flight level change, make sure it's about 210, and then get the autopilot on. Cool. Clear for takeoff. And auto throttle. That's the one step I've missed beforehand. It's armed. Good. So, 40% and 2. And open it up. And here we go. Toga. Thrust set.
knots. 80
Checked.
knots.
Checked. Quite significant wind here from the right.
V1. Rotate.
I might stick to the right side here because of that strong crosswind. There we go. Fuzzy rate, gear up. And we'll take it to about 15. LNAV is doing weird things, but we'll roll with it for a bit. And I'm keeping the nose slightly on the lower end. Is waiting for 1300 AGL. Why is the trim doing weird things here? And flight level change activated on its own. It shouldn't have, but fine. But let's do autopilot. Alrighty, flap bug, so let's go flaps. 1. And that's the second flap bug, so flaps up after takeoff checklist. Okay, so far so good. We got up and up after takeoff checklist complete. Few seconds, it should depopulate here. Otherwise, we are looking quite good. Waiting for the FMS speed to jump up. Probably it's going to be at the 3000. Here we go. Sure enough, 250. Let's set the altitude all the way up to 35 or flight level 350 rather. Here we go, up and up. my cue that I've done these is to get the nose lights off, and now I know that after takeoff, check that it is complete. Nice. Okay, so we're going. Honestly, we would probably get some icing here. Nonetheless, we are climbing nice and steady here. Through the weather. Oh yeah, there's definitely some weather here. Let's see what we can do about this cloud. So let's get some heading select to go this way. I guess it would go anyway, but I do, yeah, we also don't want to get into that towering cumulus over there. Let's go to the left side here, go all together on the left side of it. So even 1, 2, 0, I would say. Points are being sequenced, that's fine. It's getting lit here. Cool. Going through 7,000, waiting for 10,000 to see how things are going. Yeah, we can start turning back. And as soon as we're done with that thing is... That's cool. It's definitely... I don't know what I'm looking at here. I guess like scrapes on the glass. That's kind of cool. It just looked weird at first glance. Yeah, it looks good. So let's start turning back. And I guess we can take a direct to Sama. Yeah, we can take direct Sama. Should have said like something in the sort of activate, but whatever. Nav. LNav is active. Oh, I never did that. That should have been. That's the step I was missing on the before takeoff. Okay, cool. So far, so good. Now, there's definitely some rust on my part on how to fly this jet. 10,000, speed is going to 270. I'm not doing anything. So there's definitely some rust on my end on how to fly this bird. That being said, as you see, things are mostly good, not perfect, but I do like it. I think this is quite an enjoyable airplane to fly. Let's see how the flight concludes. Why the hell can I not turn the chrono? Here we go. So here it is, climbing on flight level change with the FMS speeds 270. I see no reason to touch that. But let's see what the cruise performance entails. So I know I should go here, but I want to see it here. Oh, so it's just Econ, huh? Yeah, this is where I would have changed it. I do want that. It won't let me. Okay. Cost index 5. I've not seen an Embraer that can take a cost index and calculate it on its own. Okay. So let's do perf cruise. Okay, we're doing that, so that's okay. I like 0.74. Righty, climbing nicely here. Here's that mountain. I forgot what it's called. Is it rainier? I don't know. Very nice. Very, very nice. What I did not do at 10,000 is get the lights off, like so, everything, and get the stroll off, so the flight attendants can start working. It is a really cool shot though. So we're climbing here nicely. Airplane is working pretty nice so far. And now we're on our way to Boise. About to cross 18,000 here. That's our transition. So let's do standard, standard, and standard. There we go. Okay guys, we reached cruising level, flight level 350, ASCL. You see it's kind of a not the nicest level off. Oh, there's an announcement, let's listen to it.
In accordance with the submitted flight plan. The weather at the destination airport should be good. We do not expect any disruptions during the rest of the flight. However, it is recommended to keep your seatbelts fastened in case of unexpected turbulence.
Okay, pretty cool. What I don't understand is why the speed went up this high. Per cruise. It should be just 7.4. I don't know why it's all the way up there. Let's just do 7.4. I guess it's good now. I think the logic might be the opposite. Or I guess it might be perf climb. I don't know why it does the 270 thing. Let's do 274 here. It's gonna do it the whole time, huh? Did we ever get to cruise mode? We did not. It should have gone to cruise mode. Yeah, anyway, it's gonna drive me crazy, so I'm just gonna force it like so. So I'll do it here and 257.4. We'll take it to cruise as well and just hopefully stays roughly where it should. Yeah, it's gonna jump up and down. Maybe we can do this. I don't know. Manual speeds 7.4. Here we go. So yeah, we'll keep it at that. We have about 186 miles till Boise. Roughly around Boise is where Camel is at 8,000 feet. Boise itself is quite high. So, wow, 2,900 feet elevation. So Camel is 5,000 above the elevation. Anyway, 35 times 3, that's 105 without counting the elevation, nor without counting the deceleration segments. So yeah, let's start descending at 100 miles away from Boise. So in 80 miles or so from now. So for the time being, enjoy the views, and we'll take a few minutes off. Here we go. Music. Come on, here we go. Alright guys, we're getting close. Can I get anything working here? Yeah, I guess we can. Boise, so we're going to do the Cayenne 4 RNAV arrival. Let's see what that says. Okay. So it does get us from Devil, so we're gonna do 16,000 as the bottom altitude until then. Mallard, Cayenne 250, 8 or above, Camel 210, 8 or above. And after that, we're going to do the RNAV 28 left, RNAV Yankee. Come on, you can do it. 28 left. So I will make sure all the waypoints are there. No altitudes, of course. Venture.me, Sassy, Bounty, then the runway, then Boise, alternate. Can we do the alternates? I wonder now. Because that's where it would go. Alternate is KTWF. No, we cannot. Okay. So the waypoints are there. The missed approach is not there. We will do auto brake medium. Do we get arrival stuff as well? No. Okay. Then in that case, let's go back to charts. We don't have VNAV today, so we're only using the LNAV minimums. It says here that the LNAV is 3380. We'll run it up to 3400 as the MDA. And it's gonna be a long way to get there. $3,400 MDA, so that's going to be an LNAV only, not non-precision approach. So we're going to do that using the FPA. Speaking of which, let's start descending now, just so we don't get caught up in that. So as we said, initially 16,000 here, and we'll start descending using FPA here. And good, let's go back to FMS speeds. 74 for now. 3,400. Let's see. Fun approach was 282. It's an RNAV approach, so you don't need to set it up. We are in RNAV. Nothing is preloaded. Vanco 5,800. LNAV MDA is 3,400, which is 522 feet above field elevation. Total elevation 2,900. As for the current weather, while we're at it, looking at Boise, the current real ATIS says Boise arrival Papa 32012, 10 statute miles, overcast 8,500, so definitely good there. 13 degrees, 2992. RNAV runway 28 left, visual approach is in use. We'll do the RNAV. Landing on departing runway 28 left, no temps 28 right is closed. Alpha closed between Delta and Charlie. And runway 28 right, ILS out of service. It's Alpha between Delta and Charlie. Just want to see where that's at. Alpha between Delta and Charlie. So that's on the south side. We should not be getting there, assuming we turn left. Okay, we'll cover that in a second. MSA all around is 9,400, so that's definitely the biggest threat. The terrain around the approach. We're gonna get vectors from the north side, so that's definitely a threat. Maybe I'll vector myself through the south side instead, just to avoid that big threat, because we do not have air traffic control. I just want to make sure it does the transition here well. Mr. Approach climbs to 6,000, direct Jimmy and hold. I'll just do radar vector straight ahead. That should fine to 6,000. It's not an RMP, we're not doing it. For uncompensated Baravinev systems, El Navinev no authorized below. Okay, that's not applicable. Oh, that's cool. Forgot we can do that. Okay. 280, I like that. In the meantime, we did cross Devely. So next point is Malheur. We can get the altitude down to flight level 110. Get the seatbelts on. Alrighty. So we have the points here. We have we're probably gonna get southbound. Let's see. The approach fix is a Vanco. So we're going to get ourselves vectored between Nestle and Vanco. See if we can do that. Vanco is 5,800, excuse me. So once we're on the south side of the airport, we'll get down to 6,000 and maybe go to Nestle and intercept that. After that, it's FPA down. We got 3 degrees FPA, Vasi on the left side, Malser, and we need 2,400 visibility, or we need 5,500 or 1 mile visibility. We definitely have that. So that's for that. As for the taxi, we got auto brake medium, flaps 5. I'll do the performance, the speeds in just a second. 28 left, it's gonna be probably a right onto Gulf to vacate. Runway 28 to right is closed, so we'll cross that right away. Gulf right on Alpha, and going to the gate that's right here, gate number 22. I think that would be it. I don't have anything smart to say. Let's just get performance. I don't know. How do I get landing performance though? So that's departure. How do I get the landing performance? Do I get the landing performance? Is it just automatically there? Perf. Landing. Flaps 5 will do that. It's going to be a non-precision approach. Landing. Oh, it's there. Okay. It shouldn't be there. We should have had to program that. Nevertheless, it's there. Okay, cool. Next fix, we cross Malheur. We're going to Cayenne at 250 and 8,000. So we can do 8,000. And let's already set up 250. And it's not at 8,000, it's either above 8,000. Let's see, crossing all these clouds, we would definitely get some icing. I would sit the flight attendants down as well. Nevertheless, we are descending. I mean, there's a lot that I can say, but we are descending. So flight 8,000. We can actually. We're about just to cross 18,000. So let's set up the altimeters. 2990, 90 and 29. 90. Oh, I did not set the minimums here. We need 3,400. Let's switch to flight level change to 50. $3,400. Cool. So normally we would be able to use VNAV all the way down to final approach fix and then do FPA. In this case, I would have to use FPA even over there. Let's see. Camel is 210 on the speed. And okay, so we got the speeds here. Camel is in 18 miles. We'll definitely need to get down here. So speed brakes up. And yeah, since there's weather all around us, we'll just... Nope. We'll keep that up. Okay, cool. So we're 16,000. We got 13 miles to go. And normally this would come in very handy. The vertical profile is, but it's not actually helping us much right now. Just trying to shoot for camel. And after camel, we'll radar vector ourselves to a to a left downwind to 8 left. So that's the plan. And that's me, a man with a plan. We'll stay 250 for the vectoring. Just so we can cover some ground here. I don't want to get stuck so slow here. It's getting a bit bright here now that we're in the darkness of the weather. Alright, cool. So I got the auto brakes, not everybody uses them. We got the speed set up. What else? Yeah, everything is pretty much set. We can do the 10,000 flow, so sterile sign. And all these lights like so. And we can probably start heading 140 for now. Heading. Flying through some rain here. We can probably make that descent not as much. And we can descend now down to 6,000, like we said for the downwind. Oh, look, an airport. There's an airport here. See, nobody cares. Okay, approach. 28 left, Arnav Yankee. I'm sure there's a much better way for me to do this. Or I guess to like clip it here. But anyway. Oh, that's nice. That's cool. That's very, very cool. We went through 10,000. So yeah, we can see it like so. We're going to land 28 left. So that's the south runway. And vacate through here and go to the terminal to this gate here. And look at that terrain. That's cool. Now, what did we say we wanted? Vanku. Vanku, it's kind of tricky. The Vanku here has a 292. So it's a 10 degree off to the final approach course. But nevertheless, we will intercept this leg here. So Vanku. Can we do... Huh, so we can't do an intercept course. That kind of sucks. Wait, so we're just done now? Yeah, so just like that, it erased the entire route. Okay, that sucks. Activate approach speeds. If it can, it doesn't matter that much. Okay, so we'll have to do it even more precise. So 6,800 for now, or 66,000 for now. As I said, here's the airport right here. Okay, so in light of recent discoveries, it'll be a much more labor-intensive work. So I'm going to start slowing down already. I know that the FMS speeds can do it for me, but I like to manage it on my own. I can go even to 200. Yeah, we'll basically fly eastbound to kind of sort of join the makeshift Vanku 292 track, but we'll have to kind of guesstimate where that is because we cannot actually set an intercept course. That being said, Vanku is... Vanku is 9.1 miles to final. With that high elevation, that's a lot of energy that could be a little bit hard to deplete. Getting light here again. Okay. So let's do flaps 1. That looks good to me right now. What do you guys think? Basically, okay, so Nestle does appear here. It shouldn't. Check. So Nestle does appear here. It should not, but it does. So what we can do is kind of vector ourselves to do something like left towards Nestle and to intercept that imaginary track line and then do another direct and then arm LNAV. Yep, that's what we're going to do. We're definitely south of the terrain. Slow down early here, but I prefer it this way. Okay, flaps 2. 180 is a good speed for that. We can see it's at least 10 above green dot. And yeah, speed brake lever disagree. Interesting. Oh yeah, that's why. My bad. Speed brakes were up for like a while. Did it show here? I don't remember. Anyway. Okay, let's start making that turn. Dude, I really wish it would turn faster. But we are making our way. Like, I'm scrolling as fast as I can. Maybe there's a better way. Maybe there's like a quick tip you guys can give me for me to do that. Let's heading north. Now we need to be very cautious because if we drift north too much, we get straight into the terrain. So I'll try to be very precise on that turn here. Or even not that precise, I might just do an early turn. So let's do that. Yeah, that's good. That looks good. Now let's do Vanku and Elnev. Cool. Let's see, we're 15 miles away. We're slow, but that's fine. I wanted that maneuvering capability of being slow. Here's the runway. Vanku would be 5800, and from then it's a 3-degree down. So 4 miles to go until Vanku. I do want to be configured. Do I? No, it's kind of far. It's kind of far. We'll stay 180 flaps too, and we'll configure on the way down. Anyway, LNAV looks good. Like I said, it's going to be an LNAV only FPA down approach, non-precision, done to a barrel minimums of 3400. It's kind of a cheat because we can see the runway already. Nonetheless, it's kind of cool. Where are you going, airplane? It is nice terrain though, so it's kind of like a nice hike. That kind of snuck up on us. So FPA down 3 degrees. And down to 34, 30. Oh, come on. Okay, fine. 3000, I guess. Flaps 3. Gear down. $160. Let's say we're cleared for the approach and cleared to land. Runway in sight, as we said. Flaps 5. Speed V approach. And then it would be landing checklist, which is complete. Cool. Let's see, a sassy 4200. And it's safe to say we will make that. Back to 3 degrees. So FPA is a really nice feature here. It really makes life easy. Here's a sassy 0.7. We need to be 4200 feet, which we are making a bit big time. It's actually pretty accurate. I'm impressed. And
1,000.
checked. Bounty at 3,700, 3,680. Which looks pretty accurate. And down to 34. And looks like since we're definitely making it, let's set the altitude to 6,000 for the go around. Nope, it should not have done that. Okay, manual flight. It did not do nearly as much noise as I thought it would. Or... yeah, we're flying manually right now. Canceling those flight directors. Both, I guess. Yeah, it's not very accurate yet, but whatever. Okay, still a little bit low, correcting for that. I'm staying with the auto throttle. 500 stabilized. Auto throttle is holding up. Let's see how the throttle... okay, approaching minimums. Runway in sight.
Minimums.
Landing.
400.
So far, so good. Let's see how the auto throttle handles around touchdown. I'll be very ready to disconnect it on the spot.
300.
A little bit low, correcting. Ooh, chill auto throttle. No VASI, huh?
100. 50. 40.
Retard, I like that.
20. 10.
Here we go, and reverse. And reverse is green, speed brakes up. Auto brake disarm. We are manual braking. Very nice, very nice. 60 knots. And back to idle around 60 knots. Dude, that was very nice. You know, like not perfect, but the airplane did perform well, and that's echo. So we made a very early turn here, which actually this is what this airplane really excels at. So, first things first, we're vacating the runway. Non-standard flaps up. Normally we would wait until we're cleared of all the runways, but if we wait too long, the airplane starts screaming at us because it thinks we're about to take off with it. Clear left, clear right, and crossing the runway. Let's take 2 minutes in the chrono, after which we can shut down one engine. I don't think we're gonna get to that at this point though, because this is a terminal and our parking spot is right over there. Let's get some windshield wipers. Ooh, that's cool. Right. Clear left, clear right, turning right here. Okay. Let's see. Gates, I think it's called 38 in here. I mean in
The
GSX.
requested position is already assigned to another aircraft.
And we'll do Delta. Okay, we'll use this here to kind of follow around the terminal. Just trying to be careful here. We'll turn some of the lights off. Chill airplane. Now let's get the AP on. feisty. Okay, brake temperatures are all good. Let's get this guy to electrical. APU is just pulled up. 3 seconds later it should connect to the generator. Guess not. Okay. 2 minutes. So normally I would be able to turn off the APU, the other engine here. I'm not gonna bother because we're just about to maneuver here. I think our gate is occupied, so we'll just take another. I'll get rid of the injector, I think. Here we go. So I think it's this one here. Whatever it is, we'll take it. Lights off. The flaps are up. We probably should do this. And let's just stop it right here. Parking brake set. We do have an APU, which, yeah, APU is on, so stopping both engines and we can do this, that, and cool. And that would be pretty much it. Let's set up the deplaning.
Currently parked at the wrong parking position.
Yeah, I don't care. Do I do reposition here? I don't know. I don't know. Let's do... Come on, airplane, don't freak out.
You are currently parked at the wrong parking position.
Oh, I should have done this. That would be cool. Okay.
You need to stop the engines to request ground services.
Okay. Why is it not? Is it not stopped? Why is the engine not stopped? I guess TLA again? My hardware thing? Okay. Here we go.
The boarding requested.
Ooh, so stressful. Good. Yeah, I just had to kind of like flick the throttle, the physical throttle like that, like so, to get it to auto, to down. Let's do this, or ground rather. Wheel chocks. Cool. So now that we have the wheel chocks, we can probably reset the brakes. I'll leave it. I don't want to freak anything out. Do we need to help it out? I guess so, like in departure. Here we go. Open the door.
Passengers deboarding starting.
Let's get the GPU on. And it is now connected, which means we can get rid of the APU, which we should do very, very quickly, because right after the last passenger deplanes, we have to turn the airplane to safe mode and run to the other gate, because we have another flight coming up from here to San Francisco. But this time it would be in X-Plane 12. in Xcraft. So that being said, well, we flew. It was nice. The add-on looks great. It does mostly what it should. I don't think it would be, just based on what the system is doing here right now, I don't think it would like me to do a turnaround too much. That being said, things look mostly good here. So, yeah, thank you so much for watching. The other flight is going to be in a separate video. Do let me know what you guys think. I hope it was helpful for you guys. Otherwise, I will see you on the next one. I'm just about to get the APU here off. It is off. Passengers here are almost off the plane, and then we'll put it back into safe mode and see what the other airplane status is here. I'm pretty sure it is cold and dark, so you'll get to see me power it all the way up from cold and dark. Yeah, do I wanna? Yeah, I'll just wait like so. Let's do a quick post-flight inspection. Very nice modeling here, I do have to say. I don't get into what everything is, but pretty nice modeling. Come on, they are deplaning so slow, come on. Really? Sorry, dude. Excuse me, passing through. Jeez, rude. Alrighty. 61 to the 78. Come on, guys. We're on a tight schedule here. Like for everyone to deplane. That's how it goes. That's what it really feels like. You're just waiting for everyone to deplane, getting your stuff together because you need to run to the other side of the airport, or to another gate, I guess, and find the other airplane that's also here in an unknown state, hopefully powered up, hopefully without an open malfunction. So it's all very realistic, I have to say. Good job, GSX. Okay, 78. Last passenger is off. So everybody gather this stuff. Fantastic. We'll do this, and that. Leave the airplane in safe mode. These should have come on, they didn't. This is safe mode, which means we can get up and leave. As you can see, the DC side of the system is for some reason unpowered. It should have been all powered through the TRUs. Other than that, kind of enjoy the flight, I have to say. It's not perfect by any means, but we can do things with this add-on. As you can see, it takes some technique, especially if we do non-precision approaches. Not too much. Yeah. That being said, I'll see you on the next leg in that next video. And so long. Bye-bye.